North Berries. Well, the come after Chelsea because
King Long just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and King Long that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and
what the crack in my neck.
the King Long that just came in a few moments ago.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of your WWE Roundup and podcast. I am your trusty host. I welcome my trusty co-host John and my other trusty co-host Alex. How are you both, boys?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, the same, not too bad, just back from work.
More to the point, before we get in and do the roundup and talk about Raw for the last 2 weeks, how was your holiday away to Portugal, Alex?
It was really good. I mean, I didn't want to come here. It was mostly like 26 degrees over there.
I mean, you come back and you get the pish weather that we have in Scotland.
Yeah, well, I kind of expected that when I came back anyway. I mean, when I came back, it was like, I just went, you know what? Put my jeans on, t-shirt, and put my hoodie on. And when I arrived in Scotland, I'm not wearing my shorts.
That's the way to do it. I think it was the same, like, because obviously Dad's just left to go on his cruise for 14 nights, and he'll be the same when he gets back. He's got shorts and everything with him, but when he gets back, he'll have jeans and t-shirt on. So before we go any further, Cully from Pinfall Mafia, who we are in collaboration, has come into the comments and said hello to us. So hello, Cully, and I hope you're doing very well. So, Monday Night Raw from 2 weeks ago, guys. The show opens with Jey Uso and CM Punk. What? There's. I don't know who there's feedback. It's not my side, I don't think, Craig.
I don't think it's my thing.
Well, apparently I've got feedback. I don't know how, because there's no idea. Oh, shit, wrong way. It's coming from your side, John. Craig saying the feedback. You can hear the echo on the stream.
Yeah, I don't know how to sort that.
Maybe turn the tablet down a bit and see if that helps.
I'm just not. Hopefully that helps.
Right, sorry. Yes, we are very well, Cully. Thank you so much for continuing to go along. So we will continue. The Raw from 2 weeks ago, the show opened with Jey Uso and CM Punk promo, because obviously with the belt being with the belt being I can't get the words out. Seth had to drop the belt. That's it. They were going vacated, basically. So they had a tournament to decide what was happening, and then that it became that. But for me, I feel the promo for this, it was, I don't know, it was a bit stale. It was trying to build for the both of them to fight, if that makes sense. And I don't think it got the desired areas that we needed to get to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that when Jey Uso won the Battle Royal, I think it was the most disliked video on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which means no one cares for Jey Uso anymore.
No, it doesn't look that way, man. It's weird, because he's still over.
Yeah, he is still over, but I think some fans are giving up on him.
Yeah, it looks that way, mate. Not a problem. It really does. Craig says it's still happening. We might not be able to fix it on the screen. So if John mutes himself but or unmutes when he's talking, that might help the feedback come back. Right. So we get a number one contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship, which was Penta versus Rusev. Take it away, Alex. What's your thoughts?
I thought it was a pretty good match. I think for me, Penta should have won it. But I think it was due to the like interference.
Interference from the Los Americanos.
Yeah, it cost both Rusev and Penta the match.
Yep.
But I do see a triple threat match coming, where we're going to have. In fact, did we not have that?
Yes, we had it on. Yeah, that happened on Saturday night main event. Yeah, because he announced it later on the show because of what was going on within it. Craig says that's better. Go with that tonight, gents, and have a great show. Thank you, Craig. Enjoy your evening. So yeah, no, I agree. I do think Penta should have won that match. I think Penta should have won it, but it is what it is. Thoughts, John? Sorry.
Not like you guys said, like Penta should have won because, like Dom obviously was on the phone to the El Grandos, and they just came in and done what they needed to do, and Dom thought he got one over, but obviously not because Pierce made the match triple threat later on in the night.
Yeah. I just thought it was like he made the motion to say, "Oh yes, I don't have anyone to face," and then just later on, Pierce was like, "Well, actually, no, you're facing both of them at Saturday Night Main Event." I thought that is absolutely class. Nikki Bella versus Roxanne Perez. John.
Like again, another great match for them to show them what they can do. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Nikki Bella that won.
No, Perez.
Oh yeah, because she had pop rocks, didn't she?
Yes.
Plus,
that was good.
Raquel on our side as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought as well it was a good match, but you could see obviously, like it happens because obviously there's botches and everything else. You could see it in Win the K and stuff, and it's not her fault. She's not been on back that long and stuff, but it's still good to be getting to see her again and wrestle along with obviously Roxanne, if you know what I mean. Thoughts, my friend Alex?
I think for me it was an okay match. I mean, I think it's safe to say Nikki's best days are pretty much behind her.
Yeah.
In her early days, but for me, she's not as good as what she used to be. And like I said, it wasn't a great match, but we knew Roxanne was winning it because Raquel Rodriguez was causing all the distractions.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. I totally agree. And like I say, it was an okay match, but I get the reason why they brought it back as well. But like you, I still believe like her best days are behind her. And yeah, it's good to see that she's back and whatever else. But it's also good to see that she's helping put other talent over as well. If you know what I mean. I know they're in the Judgment Day and they're a heel faction and what they do and stuff, but it's just great to see that she's not caring if she maybe doesn't do it well, but maybe mucks up, and she's not. I'm not saying that she's not caring that she mucks up, but she's not caring that she's happy to put other talent over either. If that makes sense.
That before or after John Cena put her over?
Well, there is that, my friend. There is that, my friend. That is fucking class. I went pretty quick for you, Alex. That is brilliant, man.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
LA Knight versus Braun Breaker.
Again, it was an okay match because we knew the interference from Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker was taking the W.
Yep.
But I think with concerning LA Knight, I think come Money in the Bank next year, I think he's one of the potential candidates that could win it.
100%, mate. 100%. Totally. John,
I think
sorry.
Sorry. But I think LA Knight does deserve a world title reign.
Yeah, no, I'm the same with Alex. Like, I think the match was a great match.
You can't use the buttons.
Like, be the potential winner of the Money in the Bank next year.
I totally agree. It's really good. Again, it wasn't as you say the greatest, but we knew that he was getting the W and what's going on and what's coming with what happened on Raw and after like Saturday night main event with Breaker and stuff. It's just that spear, man. Every time, or when he runs and doing it at 23 fucking miles an hour, it's unfucking real, if you know what I mean.
I think it's the most devastating spear in the whole of WWE.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And obviously, we've already alluded to it. That Pierce tells Dominic that's in the backstage segment. He tells Dominic that he will now face obviously Rusev and Penta together at Saturday night event. Then we get Sheamus versus JD McDonough. Take us away, my friend John. Take us away.
Well, what could I say? Sheamus took Minecraft's head straight off.
I can't believe you're still calling on Minecraft because one of the commentators called him that. That is absolutely class.
Corey Graves.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one it was, if you know what I mean, but that is absolutely class.
I just love the way that like of how like he gets abused from the wrestlers and the commentators. But I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was really good to see Sheamus again, getting that TV time again.
Yeah, 100%. Alex, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with John that it was a great match, but the fact that Corey Graves called JD McDonough Minecraft
Yeah.
when Sheamus gave him the bro kick. I'm not a big Corey Graves fan. I've never been a fan of him. But it was a phenomenal match. I think Sheamus should have won it. But obviously, we knew Finn Balor was going to interfere and help JD McDonough get the win.
Yep, 100%, mate. Totally 100%. Cameron Miller has come in and said, "Hi, Aaron and John. I'm listening to the podcast. I can't, SWE, I'm assuming, and FCW is where he is. SCW is where we see him. I'm not 100% sure. John can correct me if I'm wrong.
SWE and SCW.
Yeah, I thank you for coming to the comments, my friend, and the party. Main event of the evening, we have Bailey and Lycra Valkyria versus Bliss and Charlotte Flair for the tag team championships. Alex.
I think for me, this was probably the match of the night. Because I'm more of a fan of Alexa Bliss. We knew fine well Alexa and Charlotte were retaining the titles. I think there was interference from the Kabuki Warriors
Correct, yes.
by the end of it. Because I think the whole thing with Asuka, I think I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Asuka. Because I think we're still waiting for that Kairi Sane turn against Asuka.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like I said, it was a real good match. The right people won the match, and it was definitely match of the night.
John?
like Alex said, it was the one of the best women's tag matches I've seen for a long time. And I did like the wee interference from the Kabuki Warriors as well. But yeah, it is getting a bit stale now. What Asuka and Kairi saying.
Yeah, we need that turn to actually happen. I
Yeah.
agree with you both. I do think it's match of the night and everything else, and also the right team won. And with the Kabuki Warriors, this is obviously because of what happened this week. This is building towards what's going forward coming up. For obviously, we have War Games at the end of the month, and what I could see from what happened on SmackDown this week, it's getting very, very interesting. The women's tag team division, if that makes sense, it's getting very interesting now. Yes, thanks, Cully. I know my team did absolutely crap today, but I really don't care. We're not talking about football. We're talking about a wrestling podcast. Okay. Go on, both of you. Go on. Rub it in, you dirty flipping people. Go on, John. He's already given us the three fingers. Go on. Come on. Come on. No. See, John doesn't want to, so there we go. Right, moving on. NXT from Tuesday night 2 weeks ago. The show opens with Trick Williams promo. Oh, excuse me, saying he's wanting a rematch. Alex, go for it.
Well, we knew the rematch was going to happen regardless. But I think what was announced, it was going to be, I think, if I'm right, a last man standing.
Correct. Yes.
Which I'll probably see Ricky Saints retaining against
I think so
Trick.
too, mate. Yeah, I think so.
But I'm liking the stuff between Trick and Ricky Saints now.
100%.
Hopefully they can capitalise and make this last man standing match one to talk for the ages.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just how he came out, did the promo, and he wasn't leaving till he got what he wanted and everything else. It reminded me of Batista doing the shout, "Give me what I want." It reminded me of that, and like how he just wasn't going anywhere, and he kept attacking and whatever else, and then we get to where we are, and he's going to have the last man standing match against Ricky Saints, which I think, if that plays the way that we both think it's going to play, Alex, that is going to be a match for the ages. On to you, my friends, John.
Well, speaking of that, have you seen the Spice Girls meme of that, the video?
Yeah, man.
No,
Hilarious.
I didn't know
But
John was
no,
a Spice Girls fan.
No, neither did I until
you
now,
said,
mate.
like you say, Alex and Aaron, both of you have nailed it on the head. Like the last man standing match. Hopefully, it's one like you want to speak for the ages, but I can see if it does go Trick Williams losing, I could see him go to the main roster, or if they go Ricky losing, Ricky moves up to the main roster.
Nice. No, that's a good call. Totally get that. And then we get Miss Paxley promo. Start with you, John. Go for it.
Uh, is this about her winning the belt?
Yes.
Yeah, like totally dead happy for her. She totally deserves it. And the promo was really, do you know what? It spoke. Even though she's a heel, she presented herself as a babyface with the way she was speaking and like thanking everybody for like their support and like the fans for being there for her, and it was just it was emotional.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm so happy that she has actually got the belt and stuff. But the promo was heartfelt, and again, it shows. Yes, obviously they're a heel faction, but it shows that she could, like most folk, that she could play both characters, if that makes sense. And to get that reaction and thanking the crowd and then being it like like being a baby doing that promo, I thought was it's going to be. I think the switch is happening for her to be baby very soon, if not now, if that makes sense. Alex.
Yeah, it was just what John said. She deserves the title win. Um, and it was the way she presented the promo. You could literally feel the emotion from it.
Mhm. Then we get Kendall Gray for the Evolve Championship versus Lash Legend. Now, this is a match I did not expect or see happening, obviously, because they've had between Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair, they've had the backstage stuff over the last coming weeks, and obviously Lashes came in and stuff, and then last 3 weeks ago, sorry, Tuesday, when they had the stuff backstage and they were doing the promo and chatting, and that's when Kendall says, "Well, put your money where your mouth is. I'll put my title on the line. I'll face you." And obviously Kendall retained the title, but it was just great to see, because obviously what happened on Friday Night SmackDown this week when we'll get there, but it was just great to see Lash actually like putting Kendall over for this belt as well. And I'm looking forward to what's coming forward with Lash Legend, if that makes sense. Alex.
Um, I thought the match was pretty decent. Yeah, it had its spots. Um, I think for me, I think Lash Legend will eventually grow on me. But she's impressed me for 2 weeks ago, and the fact that she put over Kendall Gray for the title, yeah, it was a pretty decent match.
Right, John, thoughts, my friend?
Not really much more I could add to that, but like you evolved to already, not putting the pun out there, but nah, the things that are happening with Lash Legend at the moment is it's going to be exciting to see.
Oh yeah, 100%, totally.
And the way she put then, like you guys have alluded to as well, when she put over Kendall Gray for the belt, that was by far one of the best. I would say one of the best women's matches on NXT that I've seen for a while.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Right, Miles Bourne versus Tavian Heights, and obviously Bourne won the match. John this time.
But like, I'm going to say I've been a fan of both of them for a while now, and I like how the fact that they've broke off from the No Quarter Clutch crew, and Tatum Heights is going to be a phenomenal mid card performer, and Miles Bourne's got the potential to be a main eventer on the main roster.
100%. I agree with you. I'm wondering, because we'll talk about it very soon, if they could be involved in something else. If we know what we're talking about, because we'll allude to that on Saturday Night Main Event without giving too many details away. But I think you're right. But I like both. But Javon, same as Javon, Heights and Javon Evans, all three of these guys, I can't wait to actually see them on the main roster. And yes, I know we're getting snippets of seeing Javon Evans at the moment on there, but it'd be great to see the other two and see what they could showcase when they come to the main roster, because I don't think it's far away for either of the three of these guys to be full-time roster members. Alex, your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, like John said, the match itself was exceptionally really good. Um, I'm more of a fan of Miles Bourne,
Yep.
and I do think he will be a main eventer when he does eventually get that call up.
Yeah, no, 100%. Totally agree with
Um,
that. So we get then Paxley versus Vice, and this match ended in a no contest because of involvement from both Fatal Influence and the Cullen. I don't think I get why they've done it, but I don't think it was needed. I would have liked to have seen the match continue a little bit more, but I think it's building further down the line for them to continue this feud, and I will get the turn that I'm thinking is going to happen with Paxley. Paxley will actually be face, and she'll go against Lola as Lola being the heel. But I thought I didn't need as much. I get why they've done it, but I don't think it needed as many spots throughout what they've done. John.
Like you said, that didn't need interference at all. But like you said, it did add to the growth of the storyline. But I think you're right. I think the turn's going to happen just before deadline,
Yes.
or could Lola challenge Tatum for the belt in
Gold
this
Rush.
gold rush,
Yeah.
and the turn happens there.
Yeah.
But either way, it's looming.
Yeah. Alex.
Well, I thought the main event was actually a pretty good match. But like John said, we could see Paxley turning face and possibly Gold Rush. But I think that won't happen unless she loses the belt.
Yes, I agree. And then we actually do go to the main event, which was Keelan Jordan versus Jordana Grace. Again, this is building beef from before because obviously she chose. This is going on from when Showdown happened, not Invasion. I was about to say Invasion, but I have now. From when Showdown happened, the fact that she decided to stay true to her roots because she was the TNA Knockouts Championship, and then she got kicked out of the locker room, and Jordana Grace was trying to be there and support her and whatever else. Obviously, Jordan won the match. I do think this is going to continue further down the line with these two, and we could see a shift for the belt and it being back on Jordana Grace having the TNA Knockouts champion. And for you, John.
Well, like you said, Kalani Jordan, what a performer, and so is Jordan Grace. But you kind of knew Kalani Jordan was going to just retain because, like Jordana Grace likes to put people over. We've seen this. We've seen this a couple of times with Blake Monroe as well.
Yep.
She put over Blake Monroe a couple of times. So, but the match was really good.
Oh, excuse me, Alex. Thoughts? Sorry, bud.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this was an exceptionally really good match. Like John said, we've seen Jordan Grace putting people over, and the way she put Kalani Jordan over for the match does eventually set up something further down the line. I think either Gold Rush or what's the one after Gold Rush?
Deadline, I think.
Deadline. I think it's one of those two events. Those two will eventually clash.
Yep.
For the title.
100%. I totally agree. Do we have a match of the evening before we move on to Friday Night SmackDown, boys?
I'd probably say Paxley.
Yeah,
Tatum
100%.
Paxley match.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I was gonna say Tavian Heights and Miles Bourne.
No, that's fine. There we go. Difference of opinion, but that's all good. Right, Friday Night SmackDown from 2 weeks ago. Excuse me. We get Eli Dragunov versus Nathan Fraser for the US title and continuing the trend with the Open Challenge. John.
Well, now we're on to SmackDown and we can talk about the Open Challenge. I think if Ilya Dragunov is still the champion in maybe 2-3 weeks' time, I think we get a Miles Bourne or Tatum Heights answering the
Answer that
challenge.
Open Challenge. I could see that.
This match it had all the high spots that you could think of. I mean, Nathan Fraser, he showed himself in a new light that he could go out there, be a single star. He didn't even have Axiom with him, which was great. You got to see him just as himself.
Yeah.
And Ilya, like since he's come back, I've been absolutely loving him.
Yep, 100%. I totally agree with. It was great to see Nathan Fraser without Axiom there and everything else in the spots. But I do agree with the open challenge. Could we see any of them, or even Leon Slater taking it up at any point in the future and stuff? But just great to. I know he's been away for a year, but it's great to see that they've put the trust. The fact that he came back and then he won that belt, and the fact that they're still letting him run with the open challenge. I think it's really good. Thoughts, Alex?
Well, do we need to run through the other matches? Because I think that match right there sums up match of the night.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Totally. I think with the
Like
others,
John said, it had all the high spots. The fact that Axiom wasn't at ringside to support Nathan Fraser. I don't think there's any much more to say about it.
no, I don't think it is either, mate.
It was
So
an amazing match.
it was 100%, and definitely we don't need to cover it at the end. It's definitely for me match tonight, John. Yeah, fair enough. So we we
100%.
we get Wilson versus Carmelo Hayes. Now, obviously, he came out. He has his own music and stuff now because obviously, can't remember his tag partner's name. Please, someone tell me they have the tag partner's name.
Ellen Prince.
Helen Prince, thank you, John. Obviously he came out. It looks like because he's got the injury, it looks like at the moment because what's going on obviously there in the tag team as Pretty Deadly. It looks like from what the commentators and that were saying, they're going out on their own. Kit's going out on his own just now, and he fought against Mr. Carmelo Hayes, and man, wow! I can't say any more than wow, because I just thought it was good to see Kit on his own again, no help, and everything else because he's not there. But to see what Carmelo can do as well, and I remember him when he was in NXT and he was doing the him and stuff. I'm loving the dynamic that we're still getting where him and the Miz are fighting over with each other, what's happening with different things, and I still feel that's going to come to head because we'll get to talk about that very soon. Because what I think is going to happen when we allude to this Friday's SmackDown. Alex, your thoughts on this match? Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I thought it was a really good match. I mean, it's good seeing Kit venture out on his own while Elton's out in an injury.
Yep.
But obviously the situation with Miz and Melo, I think, is a bit stale at the moment. I think there's a couple of things that can make it better. But I could see them clashing either this Friday night or next week
No, I think it's going to be this
on
Friday
SmackDown.
night. I think it's going to be this Friday night. I do, because of what's coming for this Friday night. John?
Yeah, no, like you both said, it's nice to see a tag team, one half of a tag team go out on their own. But like Kit Wilson and we already know Carmelo Hayes can go on his own already, but yeah, no, the match was it was a really good match. Like and like you said with the Miz, the stuff with the Miz and that as well. It's just let's see where it's going to go because like you've alluded to already, I think it's going to happen on
Yeah,
SmackDown this week.
I do too. So match number 3 of the evening. Obviously, this was agreed from the SmackDown the previous week because obviously they're having the backstage segment with Nia Jax and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and going on about how she backstabbed her once and says, "Put your money where your mouth is." So Bliss and Jax had a fight, and obviously Bliss won. I can't remember if memory serves me correctly. Someone can tell me. Was Charlotte Flair by her side at ringside? Because I can't actually physically remember.
I'm pretty sure she was.
She was, right, okay. This is
Yeah, she
building
was,
to
yeah.
what I've already alluded to because of what happens this week, and it's going to continue to build with Asuka and the Kabuki Warriors as well. And I do think at War Games we're getting a triple threat match for the women's tag titles. But I think this was a great setup to what happens on this Friday night's SmackDown, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, Alex, go for it, man.
The whole Nia Jax thing. I'm not a big fan of Nia Jax. Just due to the fact that she's injured a lot of superstars on that roster. Our matches aren't even that great anymore.
Kind of predictable. You kind of know what you're maybe going to get, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But I do think you're right in one thing, that we're going to be looking at a triple threat match for the tag titles.
Yep, 100%.
Between the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and I don't want to say who she might be teaming up with, because this will be for later on.
Yeah, that's fine. But no, I do think it is alluding to that because of what's there. Right, John, thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, no, like you both said, like Naya's injured a lot of people, but she's also hurt her hole, remember? Just put that out there.
Oh, that video, man, when she did it. My hole, my hole! Oh, fucking hell.
The
Oh,
one
man.
video she wanted taken down.
Apparently, there is rumours of the first ever women's War Games match.
Yeah, mate, and I could see that. I could see that with other things that are going on in the company just now. I totally can see that 100%.
But I would be happy to see a triple threat match for those women's tag team titles.
Yep, 100%, mate. Right.
Especially if Charlotte has a wardrobe malfunction again.
Oh, I know, mate. I know. Fucking hell. Right. MFTs versus MCC. MFTs win, obviously, and the Warpaint I'm still loving. But again, this is putting the tag note team roster, because obviously the White Six have the belts. This is putting them on notice, and I still feel that the MFTs are going to challenge the White Six for the belts. I thought this match was fine. Wasn't many spots, but there was the spots that needed to be there, if that makes sense. Alex.
The fact that the MFTs is just like a continuation of the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Which, at this point, I'm not a fan of, because we've already had the whole Bloodline.
Yep.
The Warpaint, they don't need it.
No.
The match itself was a bad match for me. But I do see them taking on the White Six, and I don't think they're going to win the titles.
I don't either.
I think the White Six are going to retain.
Yep. Right, John.
No, like Alex alluded to there, the match wasn't the best. I'm a Motor City Machine Guns fan, but the MFTs, like,
You're going to put a dryer,
do you know what I'm liking? I'm liking some of the stuff that they're doing. Like, I like the war paint. I like the fact that, like, they're out there, but I don't really they don't need it.
Yeah. Totally agree.
I could definitely see them losing to the Wyatt Six.
Yeah,
for the belts.
Totally agree. And then the final segment of the evening before we talk about Saturday night main event was obviously Cody and Drew McIntyre contract signing for the belt. Thoughts? Jonathan. Sorry, I just said thoughts and didn't run with the name. Sorry.
What? It's like signing that we've had.
Yeah.
But nobody went through the table.
No, they didn't, mate.
And I was just thinking to myself, is he going to do that thing that he done to injure Cody first of all through the table, or? But no, it was just plain old contract signing. But he did refuse to sign it.
Yes. Alex, your
But
thoughts?
I'm loving to see where this is going to go because of what happened
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah, yeah,
SmackDown. This
yeah, yeah. Right, Alex, my friend, take it away.
Well, as you know, I'm a fan of both Cody and Drew. But I actually enjoyed the contract signing between the two of them because there's always a contract signing where, yeah, a brawl's going to break out, someone goes through the table. That didn't happen with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, someone did not go through the table. But I think Drew obviously was trying to do that spot with the announce table,
Yeah.
and it backfired.
Oh,
But
yes.
it just all it did was build up the hype between the match for it. All it did was build up the hype for the match at Saturday night's main event between
Yeah.
Cody and Drew.
100%. I think that's what I needed because I'm loving the way Drew is at the moment. But that, even them not getting put through and trying to do the spot in the backfires, it did build and made their match on Saturday night main event, I think, better than what most were expecting, if that makes sense. So moving right along onto Saturday night main event. So we only have 4 matches. And
Yes.
I will cover that in one moment. Exo Point God has came in with a comment, but I will cover that when we get to what we are going to speak about in Saturday night main event. So CM Punk versus Jey Uso, because obviously the belt was vacated. Now we alluded to this. I'm happy, but in one sense I'm happy that Punk's got the belt again. But I like we spoke about before that we didn't think they were going to do it on a PLE, like premium live event or Saturday night main event. I thought they were going to give it to Jey Uso, right? Because obviously he's still over. Yes, I know he's getting the booze, but it pleasantly shocked me. But I'm happy. It pleasantly shocked me that Punk has the belt, got the W. I think it was a good match, but there were some spots that went awry as well, if that makes sense. But again, happy that Punk got the win, the W, but I was expecting there to be some involvement somewhere for Punk in that as well, if you know what I mean. Thoughts, Alex?
Um, I thought it was an okay match. We knew Jay wasn't winning the title. First
Yes.
off, um, we knew fine well it was going to be CM Punk, and just to further the feud with Seth Rollins when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were a few botches during that match, but and as you know, I've never been a CM Punk fan,
Yeah.
but he's actually grown on me over the last year.
Yeah.
And I think for me, after all the crap that he's been dealt with since he's came back, CM Punk definitely deserves the title.
100%. 100%. John, thoughts?
No, I like you both said. Well, like Alex said about Punk. Like I wasn't. I was a fan of him when he come into the company, and then when he went to the other company,
Yeah.
I wasn't really a fan of him. And then when he come back, he's grown on me as well. But I like you alluded to, I was pleasantly surprised that they didn't give it to Jey Uso,
Yeah. Pleasantly surprised.
just by the fact that whatever he's been through as well, and I think I was shocked that nobody come out and attacked
Yes.
anybody at the
Yeah.
end of the match. So I don't know where they're going with that, but it is nice to see Punk win another world title.
Yes. So
He
then
actually goes well with his image.
it does 100%, mate. Definitely. Then we get to Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. John.
Again, Dom's doing this Eddie Guerrero lying, cheating, stealing, and he is getting better every time he does it. He's getting better at it, and very very lucky to have won the match. Very very lucky,
Yeah.
especially going up against two two good combatants like Penta and Rusev. There was bits of the match where I was like, oh no, Rusev's going to make him tap, or Penta's going to get the win there, but it's nice to see Dom actually progressing with this belt.
You say with the lying and cheating and stealing, it was like how he brought the chair into the ring, and then he tries to go down and he falls down, and as much as saying the referee's like, "What the hell are you doing? That doesn't matter in this because it's a triple threat. So if he hits you with a chair, so fuck because there's no DQ because it's a triple threat match." But yeah, he's progressing, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this progression goes because I still think that with what's going on with the Judgment Day and how he's all in it for himself and everything else, I still think there's going to be a breakaway further down the line. But I also think because what I've seen on Raw, something else is going to happen for when Liv comes back too. Alex, thoughts?
I thought the triple threat was actually a pretty good match. But it was the way Dom tricked Rusev at the end of it.
Yeah.
Just when he was ready to tap out Penta, Dom grabs the hammer and just rings the bell constantly.
Yeah. And then
And
he's thinking, oh yes,
Rusev
I've
was
won, and
absolutely
everybody's
crying,
looking.
thinking he'd won the match.
Yeah.
And then when Rusev looked over, go, "You dirty bastard."
Yeah. I thought it was brilliant, honestly. You couldn't, and that shows the total heel character work.
Yeah.
Like me as a fan
Um,
sitting watching it, I'm thinking, well, Rusev's won, and I'm like, wait a minute, because the fact that the bell's still going and going and going, I'm thinking, where's that fucking dirty bastard? Where is he? And then the camera pans, and I'm like, that is fucking class. How the way they did it, and they made him think he'd won. And he's like, yes, and the ref's like, what? And then the ref sees it, and I was like, wow. Just brilliant. So then obviously we get a video package from Mr. Cena. And then we could answer God Point's question about what he asked. So we get a video package from Mr. Cena saying that he's going to do a 16-man tournament to determine his final opponent at Saturday Night Main Event on the 13th of December. And so it will be competitors from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, people who potentially obviously don't work for the company, and most of these people that that are potentially going to be in this tournament are either people that he's had feuds with, like long established feuds from years before, and or some people that he hasn't actually fought. So the likes of Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Tavion Heights. So whilst we're on the point of announcing this thing, God Point says, who do you all think is facing John Cena for his last match? Right, John, go with you. Who do you think?
Right. So I found this fact out, right?
Mhm.
Right, and I've spoken to you about it already. But I think it could be Brooks Jensen.
Okay, yes. I don't know why.
Yeah, the only reason why, I don't know if you know this, Alex, but Brooks Jensen is the son of Bill Buchanan.
I am well aware of that one, John. I've
So,
known for a while.
well, I only found that out a couple of days, was it a couple of days ago? It was
But
last week I got it.
last week you messaged me and I was like, yeah, I kind of thought I knew that, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be Brooks Jensen.
Okay, Alex, thoughts? Who do you think?
Oh, now you're definitely putting me in the spot.
It's not me that's putting you on the spot. It's God Point that's putting you on the spot.
All right.
Point God, sorry.
I'm going to stick with Dom.
Yeah.
Basically because Cena's never won the IC title,
Yep.
and if Cena's leaving the company next month, why not leave with the IC title?
And they create a brand new fucking one, and it makes Cena a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
I agree. I do think it's going to be Dom. And whilst we're on the point, I know they've announced some matches already, and we'll touch base on that when we get to Raw, because they've announced them on Raw and on SmackDown. But I think we're going to see, and I hope it does happen, but I think it might be who, how should we put it? Don't think Tony Khan will let us have him. but I do think Edge's
Jericho?
going to be involved. No, I don't. I can't remember if Cena's had a feud with Jericho much. But if it was,
Remember Vengeance
yeah,
2005?
yeah,
He
sorry,
got a
yeah,
fight.
so yeah, fuck yeah. So could both Jericho and Edge both be involved in
No.
this tournament? I know, but because of the feuds they've had before, that's why I was thinking. But I just don't see it because I don't see Tony letting us have either the two of them, if that makes
But
sense.
remember, Tony's old WWE favourite for Andrade.
Well, yeah, that's very true. But anyway, so Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, and John.
Do you know what? I was pleasantly surprised, but pleasantly happy with this change,
Yes.
because I didn't think they would actually do it on a Saturday night main event. I thought they would have done it on a bigger scale.
Yeah, 100%. Totally agree with you, mate.
But from our days in AEW to our days in WWE, she is hell for improved.
Yeah, 100%, mate. It's like I remember we spoke about it and stuff ourselves, and that I didn't expect it because again, the same with Punk and Jay. I didn't expect it because it's that I was expecting if they were going to do the change for Tiffany, it was going to be on a bigger show. But I'm very happy that obviously Jade has now got the belt, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes because obviously, again, what happened on SmackDown on Friday, Alex.
Yeah, I think Jade having the belt might have pissed a lot of people off
Yeah,
because, I mean, I might not like Jade Cargill, but at the same time, we needed a new women's champion,
yeah,
and yet Jade has multiple botches within AEW and WWE,
yeah, 100%, mate.
and the fact that Jade won the match, and we seen Tiffany pick up an injury during that match,
Yeah,
so it might give Tiffany time off to recover from that injury,
yeah, 100%.
and then that rematch will happen when Tiffany Stratton comes back.
Totally, 100%. Totally agree with that. All. Now, before we move on to the main event of the evening, Ollie has came back in and Ollie has came in and joined the comments. Sorry, he thinks that Dominic Mysterio will be seen as last opponent also. So, main event of the evening: Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, and obviously Cody retained. Now, I thought this was a very good match, showcased what they could do, but the spot, and I'm hating that it's taken so fucking long to turn him heel. Just do it already. Because obviously the stipulation with this was if Cody got counted out or anything like that, or DQ'd by the ref, he loses the belt. But then obviously, yes, Drew brings the belt into the equation during the match, and to win the match, he hits Drew's head off the belt, but he makes sure that the ref isn't looking, which I thought was genius. But if they're going to do the pull and make him heel, the tease has gone on too long. I think he needs to make the heel turn pretty soon. But I have a theory for War Games because of what happened on SmackDown with him as well. So there we go. I've got a theory leading up to for War Games. John, thoughts?
Like you said, they definitely need to turn this to flip that switch ASAP for Cody,
Yep.
because it is just it's it's been since the Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
and I mean Cody's. I'm going to say this now. I'm probably going to get hate for it, but Cody's title run has been stale.
100%, mate. Totally.
I
Totally
mean,
agree.
he's only had what, 20. Was it 12 defenses or something in 12 months or something?
Yeah. Something like that, mate.
And but like you said, when he hit Drew with the belt, that was pure genius. But I'm not going to allude to it just now. But what happens on SmackDown
Oh wow.
is genius done.
Yeah, 100%. Alex, carry on.
Yeah, I think also the stipulations for the match, which you said, Aaron, Cody loses the belt if he gets himself DQ'd or counted out. And Drew spent that whole match playing mind games,
Yep.
especially when they brought the belt into the ring. And yeah, the ref wasn't looking. Cody hit him with the belt, and I think he DDT'd him on the belt as
Yeah,
well.
he did DDT him on the belt, yes.
But obviously Cody's title reign has slowed down,
Yeah,
and I think at this point people are begging for a new champion.
100%, mate. I totally agree. Totally. So, do we have a match of the evening for Saturday Night Main Event, boys? Start with you, John.
I'm going to say Tiffany and Jade.
Okay. Alex?
Yeah, I would have said Tiffany and Jade as
I
well.
would have said that match as well, yep, 100%. Right, we move on to Monday Night Raw from this week, and it opens up with the new champion, Mr. Punk, doing his promo, and then he gets interrupted by not one, but two people, three if you include Mr. Heyman. So he gets interrupted by Logan Paul, and he comes out and he's speaking away, and Punk says, anyone but fucking you. No way in hell should it be you. And then Breaker comes out and says, I'm coming for that belt, and he better watch his back. And then obviously, because what happens in that gets, there's a brawl, and then Jay makes a save, and we get a tag match later in the evening with Punk and Jay Uso versus The Vision and stuff. So,
I thought it was Logan the save.
no, Logan never made the save. That's in the main event. He makes a save in the main event. And then something happens in the main event after. He comes out. You're jumping ahead, John, but I love it.
We'll get to that later.
Right. So Ollie said for Saturday Night Main Event, he would have said the Dominic Mysterio match was his match of the night for Saturday Night Main Event. So yes, that's what happens, and then that because of the brawling, we get the match later on, gets set up for in the evening. Then we get Stephanie McCare and Nikki Bella versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Alex, take us away.
Yeah, I think for me this wasn't a good match.
No.
For me, we knew fine well Rox and Raquel were going to win the match.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said earlier, Nikki Bella's best days are behind her.
Yep, 100%.
I don't think she's got it anymore.
I agree, mate. I can't add any more to that than what you've already said because I think exactly the same. John? Same as well, okay. Right. Mr. Penta versus El Grande Americano. John, start us off, please.
Well, El Grande Americano. What can you say about this guy that's not been said before? He is a taco to my Rabella. But nah, do you know what the chemistry they two have in the ring is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Whether it's going against each other or maybe if they end up teaming up together, it's going to be great. But yeah, no, I think El Grande won, didn't he?
No, Penta match.
But yeah, no, I think they need to give Penta his flowers at some point soon because it's going on far too long now.
I think so. I agree with you, mate. It's just we know who he is. We know who the other two are that are with them in the Los Americanos and stuff. If you know what I mean. But I'm looking forward to when the rightful El Grande Americano comes back and how that's going to play into action as well. If you know what I mean. I'm looking forward to how they put that twist together. But yeah, I do think he needs his flowers soon. But yes, Alex, what are your thoughts?
To be honest, I've never been a fan of the Grande Americano or the Los Americanos
Mhm.
because it's been on for far too long.
Yeah,
Like you said, we know who they are,
yeah,
but it's about time they unmask.
100%, mate.
But they need a match
For that,
where that's the stipulation.
yeah. Now that could happen at War Games.
Yeah,
I'm thinking. Then we get a Dominic Mysterio promo. Now this is what I was alluding to earlier. Like obviously he's backstage. He's going into it for all himself and everything else, and they're going backwards and forwards like Judy McDonough, Raquel, Roxanne, and that they're saying what they're saying, and then obviously they move, they go away, and then him and Roxanne Perez are still chatting away and stuff. So I feel there's a dynamic there with him and Roxanne because obviously remember what happened with him and Rhea. Like Rhea was his mommy, and then he got with Liv. So are they doing another story because Liv's away? That then Liv comes back, she's going to get in Roxanne's face and say, "Wait a fucking minute here, what are you doing with my man?" That's all I could say. I can't say any more on the promo, John.
But the pictures going around,
Sorry, you need to say that again, but I didn't hear you.
I'm saying, have you seen the pictures that are going around of Liv with a new man?
Yes, I have. Yes.
yeah.
But no, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Like the segment backstage and seeing Roxanne and Dom together. It's like Dom's got the women power.
Yes.
So, uh, like you say, it's interesting to see where it's going to go.
Yeah,
It's going to evolve to something.
I
And
think so.
I think there might be another contract for the custody of Dominic.
Nice.
So
Has
could it
came
be
in.
Rhea versus Rox versus Liv?
Now
Dominic in a
that
full match?
nice. I like that.
Versus, because Raquel could be in there too.
That's very true. Right, your thoughts on that promo, Joe? I'm Alex. Sorry.
Call me John.
I know, mate. Sorry.
No, I think the promo is leading to what we've all been speculating is going to happen with the Judgment Day sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Um, I thought the promo was pretty okay,
Hmm.
but you can see the tension with the Judgment Day backstage,
Yeah.
and I still think Finn Balor's going to turn on Dom,
Oh, 100%, mate. It's coming. Definitely.
and the situation regarding Liv. Even though Triple H said there's no surprises in next year's Rumble,
Yeah. I know.
that number 30 spot is going to be Liv Morgan.
I think. Yeah. 100%, mate. I think so. Totally. You know, Ollie's came back in the comments and said, I think a match for War Games, Los Americanos versus Penta, Ray Phoenix, and Dragon Lee, and it would be masks for masks.
I could get behind that.
I could get
I
behind
can
that
actually
too,
get behind that.
100%. I could get behind that. That's a very good shout. And then we get now, somebody else can take us over because I love this promo from her. And she is doing her heel work so fucking well, Becky Lynch. But what she fucking said in this promo, wow. Wow, about meth and stuff and that. And I'm like, she went there. John, go for it.
Did you see Wade piss himself laughing?
Yes, that's why I'm like thinking she went there and Wade Barrett's just like, Wade Barrett was me. I'm taking everything in her, being all serious and then going on about with a meth. And I'm sitting here in fits of fucking laughter. Look up at the screen and Wade Barrett is doing exactly the fucking same. And I was like, that. She's got me. She's got a commentator. I thought she's done her work. She's done what she needed to do, if you know what I mean. But I'm loving her promo work, 100%.
100%. I mean, like Becky on the mic is 100%. Whether it's heel, whether it's face, she knows exactly what points to push, and she
Yeah,
goes for it, and she knows exactly what she's saying.
yeah, 100%. Alex.
Like John said, Becky Lynch knows exactly where to hit you during a promo. She's nailing it on the mic and in the ring.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm still laughing over what she called Paul Heyman, was it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah,
The
Penguin.
Penguin face Rick.
And a Penguin as well. Yeah, it's mental, mate. It's just brilliant. Now, elude me if I'm right, because I can't remember, because obviously I know we mentioned about the Cena tournament, because obviously they pick names. So, can someone please remind me who the 4 matches that have been announced for Raw? They've not put a bracket out, but there is 4. There's 2 for Raw and 2 for SmackDown, but I can't actually physically remember who they are, guys. I'm so sorry. And to the world of people, I can't remember who the first sets, because I think the way it'll happen is it'll be similar to the other similar tournaments that we've had. They'll face off and then they'll face the next person. So whoever it is on Raw faces that person and they face them. Will eventually get down to the final 2. It'll be a Raw, SmackDown, NXT or person without the company, and they'll then go on to face John at his last match.
Yeah, no. I know that Jimmy Uso is been Jey Uso has been pulled out. But I can't remember who he's facing. But they're not having Raw and SmackDown superstars like on the
No.
Raw the brand. They're having it mixed up.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I've got the matches here.
Right, go for it, man. Go for it.
You've got Damian Priest versus Rusev.
Yep.
Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
So that's the 2 Raw ones, and then we could cover the SmackDown ones when we get to SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm liking what they're doing with it, and it's interesting to see where obviously it'll go. After the Becky promo, we get Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus the Kabuki Warriors, and obviously the Kabuki Warriors win this match. But again, I still don't understand where we're going, and this turns for them. It's still not happened, but I think it needs to for the Kabuki Warriors. But I still feel that could we get 4-way at War Games now with Lyra and Bayley being added into it as well? I don't know. John? Okay, no, Alex, go.
No. Sorry. It is possible. We could look at a fatal 4-way for the tag titles. But again, I don't see Alexa and Charlotte losing the titles.
I don't either, mate. They're just the chemistry they have, even though they're saying they hate each other, the chemistry they've got. It's just you're seeing it week in, week out. They say they hate each other, but they've got each other's backs as well. It's a great dynamic to have and seeing the team growing better and better. John.
No, like you said, like I like the fact that they say they don't like each other, but they have each other's backs. And do you know what? I would like to see a fatal 4-way ladder match for the
Oh,
titles.
mate, now that. Oh, I could get behind that. I could get behind that.
Maybe up it to a TLC match.
Now, I could get behind that too.
Yeah.
Now, so then we get to. I think this is a rematch for the tag titles. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I still don't think they have a name yet. I still think they're going by AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I don't think they've came up with a tag name. I have no idea.
Are they not called AJ Lee?
No, they're not. No. We did. That would have been funny because obviously he did mention that, and when they were talking about names, and AJ Styles came out and went, "I really think that name's been taken already." I thought it was pretty class, but obviously, no. What? I know he's alluded that he's retiring in 2026. At some point, I just don't know when. But it's great to see that him and Lee have formed a great partnership, and now that they are getting to run with the belts. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it continues and how their partnership grows together. John.
No, like you said, the chemistry AJ Styles and Dragon Lee have.
That's brilliant, man. Just roll with it. It's fine.
Yeah, no, and the turn's definitely happening for the Judgment Day soon.
Yeah, 100%.
Could it be that Dom comes in and costs him a match or something like that, or comes in, tries and does the line cheating and stealing with them, and then the ref notices and DQs one of them.
Nice, I like that.
But yeah, no, like you say, the right team won.
Yep. Alex.
Yeah, I mean, the match itself was really good. Yeah, there was interference, but like John said, the right team won. Whether they're called AJ Lee, Dragon Styles, or I can't even remember what the other one was.
Phenomenal dragons, whatever it could be.
I wasn't even thinking of that one.
I think it was names that they came up with, or I've seen other folk going with, and it's like, what will be, whatever that happens.
I think if they're going to go by a name, it should be Dragon Styles, or
like
you said, the Phenomenal Dragon.
Phenomenal Dragon goes because he's the phenomenal one, and Dragon Lee.
As a dragon?
Yep, exactly, mate. So then we get the main event, which is CM Punk and Jey Uso versus The Vision. Now, this match obviously ended in a double count out because there was an interference fucking everywhere. And then obviously they had a segment before it, and Punk was like, "Please tell me you've got my back in this match." And he's like, "Yeah, I do." And I get why Punk was thinking that because of what happened on Saturday Night Main Event and how they had a fight and stuff for the belt. But it, the stuff that happened didn't need to happen. The points, but I'm pissed off with fucking Logan Paul being the total fucking heel that he is. He comes in to makes a save, and then he brass knucks, and then I can't remember if it was Punk or Jay hits with a brass knucks. He then gives the brass knucks to Heyman to allude that he is now siding with the Vision. And I was like, you fucking, I know you're a heel, I'm like, but you fucking bastard. But it makes sense because he is a heel, but he doesn't need, I don't think he needed to be with them, if that makes as well.
Yeah.
John, thoughts?
Yeah, no, I honestly can't stand Logan Paul. He's as much as he's good in the ring as he is, and he should never be as good as he is. I just think there's, what, Raw does this thing every time. At the start of the show, all sets up a stupid bloody tag match to end the show.
Yeah.
And it's getting annoying now. They should go back to the way it was, where they had the opening credits, then they had the commentators welcoming you, and then it led to a match instead of having the old, like, the old Vision coming down and, we'll have a tag match, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I just think there's too much of this outside interference in these matches, and it's making the product a bit stale.
I think SmackDown's a better show right now. Sorry, I do.
Percent.
Alex, thoughts on what happened on the main event?
Like John said, this had interference that did not need.
Mm-hmm.
This could have been a good match if there was no interference at all. But the whole thing with Logan Paul, you know where I stand in him.
Yep, 100%, mate. I know.
I cannot support someone that laughs about finding a dead body in Japan.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
But I don't think WWE need him.
No, I don't either, mate. But as you say, it is what it is. Before we
Yeah.
cover NXT, because I know there's a segment that I think we all kind of want to talk about on NXT because it closed the fucking show on NXT. Thought main event of the evening, and John's got the fucking giggles already. Main event of the evening for Monday Night Raw. Main event, sorry, fucking match of the night. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it's been a long night.
I think for me, the AJ Styles and Dragon Lee tag team match.
Yep, 100% mate.
100% agree with you.
Nice. Right, so NXT, because John's been waiting to speak about this for fucking so fucking long, man. But mate, you're gonna have to wait a while longer because it's actually at the fucking end. So the card open, it starts with Fatal Influence versus the Cullen and Lola Vice. Obviously, excuse me, Fatal Influence won the match. Alex, thoughts?
I thought it was a pretty good match. Like we were talking about earlier, what was it? Tatum Paxley's face turn.
Yes.
That's within the next couple of NXT PLEs.
100% that is, man.
If it's not a Gold Rush, it'll be a Deadline.
I totally agree, but just what happened when this match and that as well, 100%. John?
No, I completely agree with what Alex has just said. Like, either Gold Rush, which is 2 weeks, which is over 2 weeks,
Yep.
or Deadline that we see Tatum turn. Just with what happened in this match,
Yeah,
the way it
100%.
ended.
I totally agree. Match number 2 of the evening, Josh Briggs versus El Grande Americano. Ugh. Ugh. El Grande Americano was won. But, really? There we go. I can't.
Let's just agree it was a bad match.
Yes, mate, 100%. And John does this, so we don't need to cover that. Right, okay. Zaria versus Ryan Sinclair. John, take us away.
I can't even remember who won this match. I think it was
Zaria. Zaria won the match.
Do you know what? Zaria, she's looking to turn as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Ren Sinclair's just getting better and better as well.
Yeah. 100%.
She doesn't need Charlie. Neither Charlie doesn't need her either. But I'm loving how the fact that she had that thing with Joe Henry.
Yeah.
And then that's nowhere to be seen now. But like the match was fantastic.
Yeah, 100%. Totally agree. Alex.
Yeah, I think for me that was an amazing match. Like you said, Zaria get the win, and I agree with John with Zaria looking to turn, I believe, heel or face. It's one of the two anyway. But either that or Sol Ruka turns on Zaria.
I could see it happening one of the two ways, mate. 100%. Totally. But it's going to be interesting going forward because obviously we've got Gold Rush and then Deadline as well coming up. So then we get Keilana Jordan versus Tyra May Steele. Obviously Keilana Jordan wins. We can't say Keilana Jordan, honestly, she's just getting better and better. And I'm loving the segments like when they're showing the shows where her backstage, you show what they're doing before the matches. In the same way Tyra May Steele, they're showing them doing push-ups, press-ups and whatever else. But I could still see, because obviously I'm sure, as John or Alex, you can correct me, I'm sure it was either before or after this match that Santino Marella announced that she's going to put her title on the line Knockouts Championship. I think is it Triple Threat? Am I barking up the wrong tree? I know you mentioned something about she's putting her title on the line, but I can't remember the full ins and outs and aspects of it, if that makes sense. But John, you could cover the match whilst Alex is looking for it. You could cover the match. There we go.
The match, you know what? Like you said, Kalani Jordan is growing into her own. And she deserved to win the match.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're right with the promo being at the end of the match.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it in my brain. Right, Alex, thoughts whilst we're both looking at it at the same time.
No, I'm just completely agreeing with John with what he just said. I don't think I need to really add anything to that.
Yeah.
But I've just came across a tweet from Dirty Dom.
Uh-huh. Go on. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. I thought, mate, I said it all along. Now that would be a match in heaven and hell.
But that's if Tony Khan lets them know. And we
I
all
know,
know
that's
that
what I
ain't
mean.
going to happen. But that came from
But
Dirty Dom.
he still owes WWE
A
a
favour,
favour for
yeah.
Right,
Andrade.
Right, I can't find it and stuff, so I'll just...
We
We'll
tried
just
the
say...
TNA website.
I'm on the NXT Twitter. I'm flicking through it. Right, so whilst I carry on flicking, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Right, it's Savagon Sugars versus Mr. Javon Evans. And Evans won the match. John, take us away, mate, because you love speaking about Javon.
You know what? This match, now I've seen bits of this match. I've not seen it all because I've had a busy week. But from what I've seen, Javon again. How do you book a talent like Javon without not getting a great match?
Yeah, no, 100%.
And Savon Sugars is amazing as well
Yeah.
in his own right.
See, I told you I'd butcher his name. I told you I'd get it fucking wrong.
But yeah, no, the guy is amazing from Evolve. He really is. I've been watching Evolve on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Right, so obviously, because obviously WWE have the partnership with AAA, obviously Chelsea Green and Ethan Page are partners together. Congratulations to them because they are now the mixed tag team championship, AAA championship holders. They come out, do a celebration. There's a cake and the thing and everything. Well, I wouldn't say it's a cake. Obviously, Mr. Henry interrupts. John, take us a fucking way because you've been wanting to speak about this for so fucking long.
This celebration had me in absolute giggles because you had in an instance you had Joe Henry popping out the cake.
Yeah.
Then you had Tia Hale pop out the cake. And she was dressed as Joe Henry, which was fucking phenomenal. Genius.
Yeah, it was genius. It was the idea how like he came out um and said and they're like, oh, who you gonna have for us? And say her name and she appears. I believe in Thea. And I thought that is and then she pops out because remember weeks previous leading up to this when Joe's been popping up backstage, who's been with Joe? Thea. Right, and I didn't click thinking in my head before they got the AAA championships, like the mixed tags. I didn't click, and actually, I just seen whilst we were flicking through, looking, oh, and it's gone again. But they put out a NXT. They put out a tweet. I'm trying to find it, but it was showing Joe Henry showing. Yeah, look at this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh fuck. Right, but he put out a thing whilst looking, but Like we spoke about it privately off camera, me and John ages ago. Like, or when it happened, he goes, "Did you see it?" I says, "Mate, wow, absolutely wow!" And I says, "I can't wait till we talk about it." And like before you came on, Alex, I was like, "says, oh mate, that's one segment I'm looking forward to speaking about." So, thoughts on this segment and what it's leading to, because they obviously face off against Ethan Page and Chelsea Green at Gold Rush for their belts.
Again, this segment was probably one of the funniest segments on NXT. But it's Joe Hendry we're talking about.
Yeah.
He's literally crushing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that when the song played to announce who his tag partner was, which was Thea, she burst out the cage. The cage? What the fuck? She burst out the cage.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, Ethan Page is getting cream pied. Chelsea Green's getting cream pied. But
have you seen Mark Cardonald's tweet about that?
Oh, I saw the tweet. And I saw Matt Cardona's response.
Yeah.
And it was just the backstage segment for that about Chelsea ranting about being cream pied.
Yeah, mate. It's just wow. Wow. Honestly, it's just interesting. So obviously we've got matches announced for this week before we move on to Friday Night SmackDown. So obviously it's Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints, fuck's sake, man, versus Strick Williams in the last man standing match. We'll hear from the Tatum. We're going to get a Tatum Paxley promo. El Grande Americano versus Jasper Troy in a Speeds Championship match. And Tavion Heights versus Josh Briggs. So that's some matches that have been announced for, obviously, Tuesday night just now. So, Friday Night SmackDown, boys, and we're almost there. Cody Rhodes promo. Take us away, Alex.
Yeah, with Cody Rhodes, obviously he was doing the promo about beating Drew and the fact that he's giving us heartfelt speech.
Yep.
And then before you know it, Drew comes down, Claymore's the ref.
Yes.
And thinks it's
the main event
time and time again. And then he beats up in Cody. Nick Aldis comes down and goes, "You know what? I've had enough of your shit. You're suspended."
Yep, suspends them, and then you get the segment backstage where, and this is what I loved about it, right? You've got all that, and yeah, part of it, we're glossing over it because yeah, part of it happened in the main event, but we could cover more again in the main event with it. But what I love with it is the fact that the people that were also involved in that as well, that no longer wrestle, that are producers, and actually getting to see, and then they're bleeping words out because it's on Twitter, and then you could hear like Drew saying, "Oh, go fuck yourself," and then Aldis saying, "No, you fuck yourself," and then Bobby Roode just out of camera shot, Bobby Roode's getting in his face and saying to him, "Drew, will you just fucking go, do what's good for you?" So being like the way Wade Barrett was, like, because Wade and looks like Wade and Bobby are the only two when Drew's heated. It looks like they're the only two that can actually get inside his head and he will walk away. And then he turns around and goes, "This isn't over." And I'm thinking, this is definitely building to them fighting at War Games or another one, because of what happens in the main event. I think something else is coming as well with Brandy, but I will wait till we get to the main event. John, sorry, cover your bases because me and Alex have covered your stuff about Cody at the start and the end.
Right. So I watched the video on X when it came out after the show went off the air. Did you hear what Drew called Nick Aldis?
I can't remember.
When he gets put out the building, he goes, "Go fuck yourself, you English prick."
Oh yeah.
So I think, right. So Mickey James has been speaking. She spoke to, I think it was the Metro UK.
Yeah.
that Nick Aldis's wrestling career isn't over by a long shot. So I think that this might culminate in Drew McIntyre versus Nick Aldis in the future.
Nah, I could see it just the way that they've gone backwards and forwards recently over the last couple of months, and him being like the GM and being the authority figure and
Yes.
stuff.
The segment to open the show, I thought the heartfelt promo kind of done Cody a bit of justice
Mm-hmm.
with what he said, and then obviously it built to the main event.
Got to the main event with obviously Aleister Black, which I have a theory about that too. So, second match of the evening, continuing with the open challenge, Eli Dragunov versus Johnny Gargano. Go on, Alex, take us away, man. Go on.
Need we say more? Match
No.
of the night.
Yeah, don't need to say any more than that.
Every open challenge that Ilya Dragunov has had since winning it from Sami Zayn. Match of the night.
Yep.
I mean, the spots were hit. The interference was there with Candice LeRae.
Yep.
And in general, it was just an amazing match.
100%, mate. Totally agree. John, thoughts?
Well, with the start of the match, we all thought it was Tommaso Ciampa because
Yeah.
no one will survive hit first.
Yep.
So they come out. I think that every chance that Tommaso gets, Johnny's going to get there, and then I think it's going to build up, and Tommaso's just going to flip like what he done at NXT.
So, like what we're kind of getting with Miz Mello right now. Same idea we're
Yeah.
getting it with them two, which we don't need to have because we've already got it ongoing with them two.
Yeah.
We don't need it to be ongoing.
Pretty much, yeah. But like Alex and yourself have alluded to, Ilya Dragunov has a match of the night in the open challenges all the time.
Yep, 100%.
I see an outsider from the company, like somebody from TNA, coming over and opening the challenge.
I like that. So,
Is that Leland Slater coming over and challenging him?
yeah, I was thinking that, mate. Now, that would be an awesome match. So, then, I don't know if it was here, but fuck, I'm just going to put it in anyway. We have Nick Aldis in his office or wherever he is, and he's got the tombola, and he draws the names out for the 4 opponents for SmackDown. So we have The Miz and I can't remember who The Miz is facing.
Give me a
Sheamus.
No, I don't think it's Sheamus. Is Rosie not?
Oh, wait. I've got it here.
Go on, Miz and
Jey Uso versus The Miz.
Jey Uso versus The Miz and LA Knight versus
The mystery
opponent. I have a theory here.
So do I.
Right, go, and I hope we're on the same wavelength here.
Because if I'm right, also you remember Santos Escobar getting released not that long ago?
Yep.
And then news broke that he's been re-signed.
Yep.
And then you had that vignette with the legs and the really smart shoes. I think that is Santos Escobar.
No. I know why you think that, but remember when we got the vignettes that we've had over the weeks with the smart shoes and everything else?
Mm-hmm.
That was for, remember how they then released the Vegas promo around the table, where they're all sitting around the table, like CM Punk and that?
Yeah.
That was for that. That's what the vignettes were over between Raw and SmackDown and stuff. I'm sure that's what that was for. I might be wrong, but
I'm telling you, it's not Brock Lesnar.
No, it's not Brock Lesnar. He was at the table because on the Raw, before they put the video out, you seen the shoes, and I picked up on it. When Punk was in the ring that Monday Night Raw, the shoes that he wore in the video, he was wearing that Monday night on Raw. So I'm thinking, okay, Punk's one of the people that are in that video that they teased. And then you teased like the Hall of Fame ring. And I thought, well, that's Heyman.
No, it's not
I was
Paul
thinking
Heyman,
it's
it's a penguin
but
face prick.
it could well be. It could well be. Nothing weird, but I think it is say his name and he appears. Because if Nick were to reveal that, Joe Hendry, his music hits, say his name, he appears. I may well be wrong, or could it very well be Matt Cadona? Because the feud that John and Zack had when he was Zack Ryder in WWE before. There's a fair few possibilities, but there we go. John, thoughts?
Right, alluding to that video, right,
Uh-huh.
of the round table, right? Have you noticed, right, that every single person has aligned himself with Paul Heyman, bar Cody Rhodes?
Yes, I did notice that, mate. I did notice that.
Have they chucked that in as an Easter egg, maybe?
That's what I was thinking. But did you not notice when they're sitting at the table? You notice where the way they're sitting across from each other, as well. Like Reigns is directly diagonal to what Lesnar, and Punk is directly diagonal to Rhodes. But also when they mentioned that, and he meant like there was an Easter egg I think in it when he mentioned about because it's there and it was like so because you've seen a night like in the thing, and I'm thinking, are they alluding to that LA Knight's getting a push somewhere down the line as well? You know what I
Well,
mean?
he's meant to be putting the title into Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But I was thinking because we're being in Vegas again and stuff, if you know what I mean. So, right, who do you think the mystery opponent is? Sorry, John.
I've alluded to this with you off cam, well, not off camera, but off video live.
Yeah.
I think it could be Chris Jericho.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The only reason why is like we've mentioned that he had that him and John Cena had that rivalry when Eric Bischoff said that if Jericho could beat John Cena would be out of the company and lose the WWE champion, and if that's the same, John Cena would be Jericho would be sacked, well, fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's why I think it's Chris Jericho.
Fuck me, sorry, Jesus Christ. I'm liking what they've come up with, how they've come up with this idea, right, for it, and how it could be potentially someone else that we're not expecting, and there could be surprises here or there. And obviously, yes, this starts on Monday night in Boston, so obviously, Cena is going to be on Monday Night Raw because it's in his home state, close to where he is. So I'm wondering if during the two matches that Cena's going to watch as well, if you know what I mean. But with the Miz match versus his opponent, I could see the with Jace. Thank you. I could see there being the stuff with Mel happening, and Mel will try and get there to the ring before him and stuff like and that. I'd like to see the Miz go further forward, because obviously the feud him and John had years ago and everything else. But I still think Randy's going to be involved in this as well, purely because the feud that him and Randy had. And remember when Randy got his hands on Mr. Cena, as in John's dad. So, sorry, I've carried on about this too much. Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. Let's just say I'm not over enamoured, but this is why I think this is going to be a triple threat fatal four-way now with the inclusion of Lash Legend siding with Nia Jax. And because obviously she took out, obviously Alexa Bliss was at ringside, she was standing away from the barrier, Lash Legend, it's like she fucking physically ragdolls her so she can't get in there to help. And she does the Meteora and wins. Looking forward to seeing where it goes with them two as a tag team, but I'm still not overly impressed with Nia. There we are. I can't say any more than that.
I mean, I kind of said this earlier. I've never been impressed with Nia Jax. The amount of superstar she's deliberately hurt during a match.
Yep.
But I can see it being a fatal four-way, but I don't want Nia Jax to get anywhere near a title.
Neither do I. Thoughts, John? Because obviously there's a segment after this.
The match itself was a bad match.
Yeah. 100%.
I 100% agree with both of you, and adding the bit where Lash Legend, Ragdoll, and Alexa Bliss, that makes it quite interesting.
It does. And what obviously then after that, before we got to obviously Julia versus Chelsea Green, they had the backstage bit where obviously they're in medical with Charlotte, and obviously Alexa's there supporting her, and you've got the Kabuki Warriors like dressed up, feeling like the medical team. So she's icing herself. She pulls down the mask and then misses both of them, and they sell them getting misted so well from Asuka. Um, but I
And I've got a new name.
go on.
I've got a new name. It's not the Kabuki Warriors, it's the Kabuki Doctors.
And then we get to Chelsea Green versus Julia for the United States Championship. Obviously, Kiana James was at ringside. Alba Fire was at ringside. I thought, mate, what I need to do really talk about here was I thought it was a nice touch. Obviously, yes, she is a AAA mixed tag champion with Ethan Page, and obviously, yes, Ethan Page was at ringside showing support. But I thought it was really nice touch how she had her gear was in the Mexico colours as well for Chelsea Green. I thought it was a really, really nice touch. And I think it was the right time to make the change the way they did and have her as Chelsea 2 belts. Alex, go for it. Or John, right?
Um,
Uh,
yeah, I completely agree with you, Aaron. I mean, it was a nice change. Um, Obviously, it was the right time
Yep.
for the belt to change hands. And like you said, Chelsea Green coming out in their attire full of the Mexico colours. Um, but at the same time, I do feel that Julia's just been buried.
Yeah. I agree, mate. Totally agree. Um, like him and Ethan Page and Chelsea Green work well together.
Yes,
And I think that's only going to get better the more we see them used together. And the quick, yes, you can utilise both of them on the shows, but the quicker he's on the main roster and they can run with it better rather than them. Yeah, it's great to see her on NXT because that's his promotion. But I think the quicker he gets up to the main roster to continue running with this, it's only going to make it work better for them two going forward. John, thought sorry.
no, like you said, it makes sense having Chelsea with the United States belt because Ethan Page is a double champ in NXT as well.
Yeah,
And the, um, and like Alex has said, it does 100% feels like they've buried Julia.
100%.
But when this draft eventually happens, could she then get drafted to Raw and then reevaluate herself and um revitalize herself to being back to the top again?
Thought that's a very good shout, actually.
or maybe a trip back to developmental.
Yeah, maybe as well. Yeah. Like I know there was the outside interference, obviously with Keanu James and Alba Fire, but that was kind of what helped. Obviously, yes, she was buried, but that's kind of what helped Chelsea get the belt because Kiana tried to do what she tried to do, but then obviously she gets a swift kick from Alba Fire, and then it's the quick roll up 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Um, sorry, Jesus Christ. Ray Phoenix versus Tyler Tonga. Now, obviously, before this match happened, the rest of the MFTs were backstage. And to even up the odds, the Motor City Machine Guns and Shinsuke Nakamura took them out before Ray went to the ring so he could face Tyler on his own so they couldn't can kind of interfere in the match. Now, obviously, Tyler Tonga is a fucking humongous guy and won the match. But they did try to do a beatdown after. The beatdown didn't get to happen because, oh yeah, he's not medically cleared. But Mr. Sami Zayn runs down with a steel chair in hand and they just disperse, so like not wanting anything. And Sammy's at the ropes with a chair saying, come on, come on. Um, so I think that's building again for War Games. Uh, Sammy to be in a team against the MFTs, if that makes sense. I don't know about you guys. John.
Yeah, no, like the only person that could have interfered in that match that was left was Solo Sikoa.
Mm-hmm. And he was out there
But
anyway with him. He was out there with him.
yeah, but like you said, I could see the MFT's going to get Sami Zayn in a War Games match. But I think I think his teammates might be Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yep.
Maybe if he's recovered and he's medically cleared, Kevin Owens,
Yeah.
returning Kevin Owens.
No, mate, that'd be awesome.
He could bring out two of the White Six as well.
Yeah.
Either that or the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah. Alex, thoughts?
Yeah, I do agree with both of you. I think we're looking at a War Games match here.
Yeah.
But I don't think Kevin Owens will be involved. I don't think he'll be back just yet.
No, I don't either,
In
mate.
time for War Games. If Kevin Owens is returning, I think it's going to be either in between the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania.
I totally agree, mate. Just because of the neck surgery and stuff,
Yeah.
and that, I think no, what it's great to see because obviously yes, he's had the surgery. It's great to see him doing appearances at different things and stuff. But I agree. I think it may be too soon if not in between Mania and that. If not the Rumble, build up towards Mania. So be involved in the Elimination Chamber, if you know what I mean, because with that coming round. Main event of the evening. Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Black. Now, this never went anywhere. Purely because of what we alluded to at the start of the show. Mr. What's his puss gets involved.
Drew McIntyre?
Excuse me, sorry. The Scottish Warrior gets involved.
Yeah, I think.
Take it away, Alex. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, sorry. Go on, take it away whilst I mute to cough.
I think before Drew McIntyre interfered, it was a good match. The chemistry between Aleister Black and Cody. But like you said, the match never went anywhere because Drew interfered.
Yep. And then alluded to what we spoke about at the start of the show.
Yeah.
I'm still loving the presentation that they're doing with obviously Aleister and Selena. Because obviously the way they come out and everything else and how that's been put together. And this is like obviously match could have gone further and could have cemented a feud between Cody and Black, obviously with Selena Vega being there. So because what she could potentially do, can we see, depending on what's going on, and if they do this, can we see bringing Mrs. Rhodes into the equation for War Games and be by Cody's side against Mr. Black and Miss Vega at War Games for the belt?
Mixed tag team match?
Yes, that's what I was thinking, yeah. I got to her and seen it and see what she was doing. I'm thinking, well, Brandy could fucking easily do that as well. You know what I mean? So it's just putting it out there. Could it happen? Couldn't it happen? They have that dynamic of having his wife involved in the storyline as well, because obviously Black's wife's involved. Thoughts, John?
You know what? Now, it's just given to it's a stupid match, and it's got two different members of two different rosters.
Mate, go for it. It's fine.
Could you imagine Larry versus Pharaoh in a who wins the dog match? But in all seriousness, the match, you could tell it was not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see Priest and McIntyre both intervene.
Yes.
But it does build to the story of Aleister Black, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes. But when Mr. McIntyre come in and Claymore the hell at Dan Hinkle, I was like,
yeah,
that he took a bump. He must have agreed to take it.
He took me. Surely he have. I have, but the thing is, see if there's a spot where a ref and they take a bump the way that he had, that would have been spoke about, and they would have worked on that so much so he takes that properly, if that makes sense, without getting hurt. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. And then obviously the backstage segment after after SmackDown went off the air was phenomenal.
Yep, 100%. Totally agree. I can't be happier with, like I've said it like from the get go the last little while. I do believe SmackDown is the better show because yes, they've got less time. Um, if you know what I mean, they've got less time to do stuff. But I remember from timestamp now the CM Punk promo alone on Monday Night Raw. Can you guys remember how long that was? From this Monday night when they were talking about it.
18 to 20 minutes long.
26 minutes long. And it did what it needed, but that took up 26 minutes of the show, if you know what I mean.
Is that why it went 15 minutes over?
I think so, mate, but you know what I mean? It's. So, do we have a match of the evening, boys, for SmackDown before we go for the night?
United States Open Challenge. Ilya Dragunov versus.
Yeah,
Hands down, United
100%.
States Open Challenge.
I think if Ollie was still watching, because he's went to his room and is now on YouTube, I think he would say the same. It would be Ilya Dragunov as well. But thank you, boys, for joining me this wonderful evening to go over 2 weeks of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and Saturday Night Main Event. Thank you to everyone who has joined us this evening, and I must do a very good shout out and thank you to Luke Aldridge, who has now created our new thumbnails for when we do lives, when we post them. So thank you very much. Also, again, thank you to Pinfall Mafia for joining us in the comments and collaborating with us. Myself and John will see you next Sunday evening at 8:30 because obviously Alex has got a Valor show and I'm sure it's already out there. Myself and Craig are also back on Tuesday evening at 8:30. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us, and you will see myself and John next week, and you will see myself and Craig on Tuesday.